repeating themselves in this time. So let's get what happened in the past. Let me read the 10th verse too. Is there anything whereof it may be said, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us. So there's nothing happening now that you can say is strictly new. These things had already happened before time, man. So what is one of the things that happened before time that's looking like it's about to happen again? You know, back in the Roman Empire, they had what? Money clipping, where they would cut off the edges of a coin and take a bunch of those edges and mix it in with lesser metals. And they kept consistently doing this to make it seem like they had an abundance of more money to fund all these projects, which is the same thing as all this quantitative easing, QE3 and all that. This quantitative easing, this money printing, this stimulus packages and all this shit. They're printing this money out of thin air, but there's nothing being exported and sold to other nations to justify making this much more money. So what is the value in the currency? So it goes in Genesis 14, 47 and 15. I'll start at 14. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which he brought. And Joseph brought the money into the Pharaoh's house. It says, and when the money failed in Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread. Why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. And this is what people are doing now, man. They're seeing that the job system is failing, things aren't going well. You know, the money is failing, man. This is why it tells you, let me get this, Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, man. So you're supposed to remember the Lord now, because the evil days are coming, man. When your money fails, that means everything you work for didn't mean shit. Which what? Money fails, that means inflation. It means exorbitant prices. That means the price of goods is going up. It could even increase the price of living. You know, rent, all that shit. You know? So the money is starting to fail. You're seeing it, man. It says, while the sun or the moon, while the sun or the light, or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And that's what's happening, man. A lot of these big corporations, a lot of these medium-sized corporations are starting to tremble, because the way money is made is the poor. You know, the rich, the most they'll buy is food. They can buy a car, and they can buy 3 or 4 cars in 1 year or in 2 years, not use them, and just pace them out over the next 10, 15 years. You know, the rich don't have to spend money like that. They got land. You know, they can pay somebody to keep up a little garden for them, man. Have food there. These Edomites are living like that. The rich live like that. It's the poor that buys all the time, man. So when you have the poor losing their jobs due to the pandemic, and these businesses being shut down, what does that do, man? It takes money off the market, man. He says, while the sun or the moon or the light or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease, and the grinding is ceasing. You know, I saw another article, and I got on the tablet, or else I would show it, or else I would read out of it. But it was basically saying these capacitors that they put in, capacitors that they put in these cars. There's a shortage of them, which is causing a lot of these factories that make cars not to be putting out any new product. What? That's the grinding being low, man. And that's happening throughout the globe, man. You know? It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Man, people are looking for jobs, man, and nothing's turning up. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. These storefronts, these businesses are all shutting down. You know, a lot of these businesses can't take a second shutdown. You know, which what? That means a lot of you people are going to be out in the street. They're not going to keep passing legislation to keep you people in these fucking houses and apartments, man. They're not going to do it. And it's only having these rich people, because it just came out that Bill Gates owns a vast majority of the U.S.'s farmland. How the fuck do you think that is? Because when these sanctions came out, you had all these farms that were selling soybeans and rice, different corn products and everything to all these foreign nations like China. And what happened when they put those China sanctions on? There were boats out there stranded with soybeans rotting away, and they couldn't even dock, to get the goods off. So what? That killed a lot of these farmers. Not only that, those sanctions killed a lot of these crab farmers, man. These crab fishermen, because they would sell a bulk of their goods to those Asian countries, man. This is what's happening. It says, and the doors be shut in the streets when the sounding of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's what's happening now. Why do you think all these celebrities, these musicians and shit are fucking making OnlyFans? Pretty soon, if that bitch Beyonce and Jay-Z don't do some more sacrifices, them niggas gonna have OnlyFans and shit, man. They're doing that because the way these artists really make their money is because they don't own their masteries, which just speaks to another scripture where it says our bread and our wood and our water is sold unto us for money. These artists, when they try to make a power move, they try to buy their own masteries, because that's where the real money lies. When you own your masteries, you actually own the music, man. If you don't own the masteries, you just made a hot song and somebody else owns the music. Somebody else really owns the song. So these artists don't really own their masteries because it's built into their record deals. So what? The money they really make, a lot of it is under the table money for these venues, clubs and shit like that, concerts, and then other parts of it, it's just by little parties. But when you're in a pandemic where everybody's not trying to go out like that, where do you think this money is being put towards? Not them. This is why Tiger got on OnlyFans. This is why a lot of these celebrities got OnlyFans. You got I forgot the bitch's name. It's not Vivica Fox. Man, I forgot her. She was on a movie with Jamie Foxx, where he wrapped himself in saran wrap. I forgot what the fucking movie is called. But one of the main chicks on that movie, she got her own fucking OnlyFans, man. So why is that? You people are supposed to be made, man. Let me make sure this is still going. You people are really supposed to be made. So let me get us go on to some more precepts. Read some more articles. This is another article I got. It's another article I got. It says another article I got, and it says alternative tech platform DLive, which Dabu 7 would do a lot of his shit here. A lot of people that were being censored on YouTube, they went to DLive, to put up content that would be censored. So it says alternative platform DLive cracks down on users amid media complaints about extremist audience after Capitol storming. Which this is only gonna kick in. So the Lord is basically showing, if you don't get this word now, while it's on YouTube, that's it. Because here it is, they're cracking down on all these alternate platforms, man. There's a new one called the New YouTube, or the New Tube or something like that. New YouTube. There's BitChute. There was Parler. That one's getting taken down. So with all these platforms getting taken down, it's only showing you that, hey, the Lord's not gonna. I personally don't believe the Lord's gonna have brothers going on to another platform and another platform and another platform. YouTube did the heavy lifting, man. The word is out. The word is out. Everybody knows the Israelites through YouTube, man. Everybody. Their word is out. I personally don't believe there's going to be any hopping to another platform, man. It's either you get it now or you don't. That's why the scriptures tell you, seek the Lord while you may be found. Let me get it, man. Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found. So seek the Lord while he may be found, man. People think it's gonna be you're gonna see the 11th hour. You're gonna know that it's time to repent, man. No, you gotta repent now. You know, the Lord is coming back, and the way the Lord is coming back, it ain't gonna be no sweet ass shit. The scriptures tell you the slaying of the Lord shall be from one end of heaven to the other. So a lot of people are gonna die on the cusp of the Lord coming back. It says, seek ye Yahweh while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near. And the Lord's near right now. You can get the word easy right now. You know? You can easily go on YouTube, click in, type in anything, get the understanding of these scriptures. If the Lord is dealing with you, you can easily do this. It says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And this is what we tell brothers, man. Hey, forsake that shit. It's, you know, being in this world and going about how this world handles their shit is not beneficial, man. It's not beneficial. It doesn't help you. It doesn't bring anything to your life. It says, let them return unto Yahweh, and he will have mercy on him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon, man. And this is why we tell brothers, hey, get this word now, get this word now. You got to come back to the Lord through the word. Salakia. Let me get this next precept. Let me read some more of this article. Salakia. It says, DLive, a video streaming service, which became popular over the past few years as a free speech alternative to the website like YouTube and Twitch, came under fire from its users after it announced sanctions to combat extremism. It says, after Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, media organizers like the New York Times, Wired, and the Southern Poverty Law Center, which they're a fucking joke, because the dude that formed the Southern Poverty Law Center was a known fucking racist. We already seen that, and that's the same racists that put us on that list, man. It says, took aim at DLive for hosting users who attended and supported the incident, branding the alternative tech platform an extremist haven. You know, what do you think is going to happen soon with YouTube? If they don't take our videos down, they're going to try to make us an offender for a word, like the scriptures say. It says DLive has paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars to extremists since its founding, largely through donations of cryptocurrency built into a service provided by the site. Southern Poverty Law Group claimed, pointing out that far-right live streams Anthem, Baked Alaska, GeoNet, who recorded himself during the storming of the Capitol, was one such figure reportedly making thousands on the platform. So here it is, you know, you got these people making money through their platform. So what do you think is the Lord's going to put a crackdown across the entire internet? The internet's going to get shut down, man. Especially in the U.S. They've already done this in some of those South African countries or those West African countries just for elections. So imagine what's going to happen here. You know, when you go into military operations, there's power outages and communication cuts. And how do people communicate now? With social media. So they're going to cut that too, man, because it's going to be a war on the people. So let me get this, man. This is Miss Amos 8. Let me cue up another scripture, Salakia. So Amos 8:11, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh of hosts, saith Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing of the words of Yahweh. So there's going to be a famine at the hearing of the words of the Most High. You know, the God of the Bible. There's going to be a famine of hearing his words. This is scriptural, man. There's a reason why they're cutting all these platforms. They're not doing this shit because they're tired of these ultra Americans. They're doing this stuff because the word of the Lord is coming out and it's against it, man. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea. So when this word is taken off the internet, man, hey, you people are going to look around and try to find the men of the Lord. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek Yahweh, and shall not find it. You see, so people are going to sit here and really, when the word's taken off, that means the prophecies are going out in a large number. So what? You people are going to look around for us, man. You're going to go down to the old campsites. I know I've seen them there. I know they used to come out here. What do you say about? I know I heard you say something about this. No, I gotta find those, man. You're gonna go on YouTube. You're gonna look on those old posts where you were scoffing, and all you're gonna see is video removed, video removed, video removed. You're gonna look around the scripture. Hey, the family of the word is serious, man. Let me grab this one. This is Matthew 4:4. But he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High." So this is what you're supposed to live by. You know, yeah, food is needful, but really the word of the Lord is the most needful thing, man. You know? So what? The Lord is going to cut off a famine of the true bread, man, for your spirit, man. Scriptures tell you that the spirit can bear infirmities, man. Let me move this camera around. I don't want to be in the sun too much. Come on, we good. It says, let me get this next precept, man. This is 2 Ezra 5, going more into the famine of the word, in 8. It says, there shall also be a confusion in many places, and the fire shall be off sent out again. And this is happening, man. You know, at a certain point, you're going to see people torching a lot of shit. Look at what happened over there in China, man. And then people are under strict surveillance all the time. So they did that shit. They was ready to lose, man. It says, and the fire shall be off sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and the adventurous women shall bring forth the monsters, man. And a lot of these little niggas, man, they're fucking beasts, bro. They act, man, I've seen some weird ass shit, man, with this new generation of people, man. Out of their fucking minds, outrageous, man. It says, and salt water shall be found in sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. You see, all friends are going to destroy one another. Why would they do that, man? They're going to do that because what? There's going to be famine in the land. Lack of resources, power outages. You know, when the power goes off, you're going to see people's true nature, man. It says, then shall wit hide itself. So when all this shit is popping off, you're not going to see the man of the Lord out there. When you go into a watchman, he checks out what's happening, and at a certain point, he steps away. You know, the warning went out. So when the warning went out, that's it. It says, then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber. And the scriptures tell you, he that abideth in the shadow of the Almighty shall dwell in the secret place of the Most High. You know, roughly paraphrasing. So the Lord is going to hide the men of the Lord. They're not going to be out here forever. You know, this is why you got to get this word, and you got to get it now. You got to get what you need to be able to stand into these times, because it says, let me get this. This is Isaiah 33:6. It says, "In wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, in strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure." The fear of the Lord is the treasure, you know? So wisdom and knowledge, and what is the true wisdom? The scriptures, man, the scriptures. The whole 1611 with the Apocrypha, man. This is the wisdom and the knowledge that will be the stability of your times, because what? It tells you what is supposed to be happening. So when the things that are prophesied in this start happening, you can be sure that, hey, man, there ain't that much time left. So like it. You see? So let me go back to that 2 Ezra 5. It says, 2 Ezra 5:10, it says, and shall be salt of many. I started 9 again. It says, and salt water shall be found and sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber, and shall be sought of many, and yet be not found. So a lot of people are gonna start looking for the truth, man. When this stuff starts to hit the fan, and these prophecies popping out, you know, the martial law that the elders and apostles have preached about martial law for a long time, sent out the warning. So when martial law starts going out at a high level, you people are going to remember who told you that. You know, when you see a Leviathan, like it says in the book of Job, you people are going to start bugging out. When you see apparitions, like it says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, I believe, you people are going to start bugging out. You're going to remember who told you these things. This is everything that's prophesied in the scriptures, man. And it sounds crazy, but the scriptures talk about it, man. You're going to have the scene like it was in the movie Ghostbusters, when they opened up that box and all those spirits came out, man. It's going to be real out here. You people, it's going to be a terrible day. It says, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency, which we went over that word incontinency earlier, which means restraint. People aren't going to have any restraint. They're just going to do whatever the fuck is in their power, man. Be multiplied upon the earth. One land shall also ask another and say, it's righteousness that maketh the man righteous going through thee, and it shall say no. So people are going to be asking, man. People are going to ask about us, man. The scriptures tell you the Lord shall give us praise and fame in the land where we were put to shame. And so, hey, it's going to be beautiful, man, to know that you did what you were supposed to do, and see these people looking from coast to coast for you, man, because you have the word of the Lord, man. And the Lord is going to put brothers with fellow believers if we're around people in that time, man. You know, I say it to the Akim all the time, man. Don't believe that when the scriptures say that 7 women shall be joined to one man, that you're just gonna be fucking all day. No, man, you might have to lead children. You might have to lead other men in a certain way, man. Young men and shit that's following you. You got to be a leader, man. This is why the Lord is building us up to be leaders. It's very important. It says, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth. One land shall ask another and say, it's righteousness that maketh the man righteous going through thee? And it shall say no. At that time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. So a lot of people, when they see that they can't find the men of the Lord, they're going to start going to the scriptures by themselves. But the scriptures say they're going to hope, but shall nothing attain. So they're going to go into these scriptures, and it's going to look like Chinese, man. They're not going to get anything out of it. It says, they shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper. So unless you get this word now, don't think you're going to be able to open up the book at the end of the day and get this shit. You got to be taught. the scriptures tell you how should to believe on him unless they be taught. And how shall they hear without unless a prophet should teach them, man? So you got to come under teachers in this thing. It says, "He that go up another way, the same as a thief and a robber." So you're not gonna just stroll into this shit, man. You got to be laboring right now. You know, this is everything that's happening. This is let me get this second Esdras. Second Esdras 9:1. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself." This is stuff you're supposed to be measuring. No, don't think that there's not any underlying goal that this devil is pushing out, man. You got to measure this shit. You got to look at the things that are happening in the world and compare it to the scriptures. It says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." So this is how you're going to understand. The Lord is about to visit this world which he made. You know, everything's in place. Everything's in place. And if it's not there yet, man, there's little things that are being put in place to make it happen. You know? You recently had Iran come out with a military show of their missiles. There's a reason for that, man. People show military strength because what? It's the equivalent of flexing on somebody, you know? Stunting on them, like, yeah. This is all prophecy, man. The weak are saying they're strong, man. North Korea came up with a new missile that can hit the mainland of America. You know, they ain't gonna hit no fucking U.S. territory like Guam. Nah, they going for the big kahuna. It says, "When thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world," this is only going to intensify. You just had an earthquake off the coast of Florida. I believe it was yesterday or today. Uproars of the people. China, Paris is still going crazy over this new global security bill. You know, they just stormed the U.S. Capitol, which with coming in the coming days, man, you're going to see whether or not this shit is going to get even more intense, because here it is. They're expecting shit to pop off during that inauguration, man. They canceled one of the inauguration rehearsals because of that. You know, it's getting real, bro. It says, "Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the highest spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." See, the Lord spake of these things, man. When you go to Matthew the 24th chapter, it mentions this too, man. Matthew 24. And I started 4. I started 3. Matthew 24:3 says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?" You see? So this is how you know the end of the world is coming. The sign of the Lord coming, right? It says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, which that word of Mashiach simply means anointed. And there's many people popping up saying that they're coming in the spirit and power of the Lord, but they're not. People come up with flat earth doctrines, sitting there saying that you're already in the second covenant. You know, reprobates are popping up at an all-time high, coming against the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, which that thing is soon on the way too, man. It's real close. You know, legislation's going forward. How the fuck do you think they're gonna sit here and track all these people that are supposed to be getting these vaccines? They're gonna do it on some paper or no, central database. You'll be the database. Yeah, swipe your hands, swipe your forehead to see whether or not you got it. It says, and shall deceive many, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You see? So all these things are coming to pass, but the end's not yet. Repeat this. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilences. Hey, we're coming into a famine. You know, 3 years ago, I did a video where this dude was showing that the yields on crops have been dwindling over the last 10 to 15 years. And you're basically at the point where what you're eating 2-3 years ago, part of what you're eating was already from prior harvests. It wasn't no new shit you was getting. It was new shit mixed in with prior harvest. You know? And now here it is. You got torrential rains blasting everywhere, man. Floods happening everywhere. Great agricultural nations are having hard times, man. You had, for the first time in like 50 years, I believe it is, 50 or 60 years, I believe it is, China had to buy, China and India, China had to buy rice from India. You see? This is real. That famine is coming, man. The spiritual one and the physical one. It says, and there shall be famines and pestilences. There's a new variant of the there's like 3 or 4 new variants of this current pandemic, man. Not only that, flesh-eating bacteria and shit. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. So all this stuff is the beginning, man. We're in the beginning of sorrows, man. And it's only gonna get worse from here, man. It's only gonna get worse from here. This is prophesied, baby. We're in a year of the hastening of the day of the Lord. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen before the Lord come back, man. You see? There's going to be race wars, upwards of the people. You know, people are going to turn against their rulers, man. Let me get 2 Ezra 15. Probably ended on this. Read some of this and end it on this. 2 Ezra 15:1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, say Yahweh. See, so we're supposed to be prophecy, the things that are to come, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So the words of these scriptures that are speaking of the future is faithful and true. You people